As a Caribbean national Jamaican by birth living overseas, I tend to get this question asked of me very often, which is, how do I find, understand, and keep a good Jamaican woman? Several men have asked me that question. I really did not realize this until after I moved overseas. It was then that I discovered that Jamaicans are in high demand, not just on the job market, but also for companionship, for intimacy, for love, for partnership, for marriage by foreigners. So some have asked, is it because of the culture? Is it because of the reggae music? Is it because of famous entertainers such as Bob Marley? Is it because of our sportsmen or successes in athletics? Or what is it that makes Jamaicans, and today, because I'm a woman, I'm a Jamaican woman, I'm going to focus on some things that you may not know about Jamaica and our culture, which I believe are underlying things that determine or guide why it is that our women are in such high demand for love. Is it because of the food? Is it because of the dance? The culture? What is it? In today's video, I'm going to share with you some secrets. If you have never been to the country, been to Jamaica, and probably don't know our culture or how we do things, I'm going to share principles that help to cause this phenomenon where Jamaicans, in particular Jamaican women, are in such high demand by foreigners. Caribbean women, and in particular Jamaican women, how we think, and maybe that could help someone to navigate the relationship when you meet someone who is Jamaican overseas, whether they came to your country and are living there, or you moved somewhere else and found them and you want to know how to understand them better and how to connect and relate and hopefully to keep them.
She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate.
Stay tuned. Welcome back. My name is AngieMarie and you've reached my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you've checked out my channel, I'm super happy to have you. I want you to stay with me to the end of the video, and please feel free to make your comments. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so. Like this video. If you are a return subscriber, I really appreciate you as well. God bless you all. Thank you so much. You're always welcome. Thank you for engaging with me, sharing your comments and your thoughts on anything that I have in this video or anything else that comes to your mind relating to this question of cross-cultural relationships. And in particular today, I'm looking at a Jamaican woman that you may meet overseas, or you meet in Jamaica and you're from another country and you want to understand her better and be able to get along with her. Okay, so let's shoot right into it. The first thing I want to explain to you, the first thing I want you to understand about Jamaicans is one, our motto. Jamaicans have a motto that says, out of many, one people. In Jamaica, you'll find all races. We are predominantly black, of West African, mostly West African heritage. But in addition, we have Asians there, we have Chinese and Indians and Caucasians. And we all blend together, we get along very well, and our country national motto is out of many, one people. We don't have tribes, we don't have divisional issues and fights with each other based on race. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to understand about Jamaica. The second thing also that pertains to our motto and how we see things, we have our national pledge. So these are some of the principles that guide Jamaican women. A Jamaican woman who has been raised properly, who has been grounded in spiritual principles, and who has been educated the way Jamaicans believe in education. Our national pledge goes like this. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. And here is our national anthem. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision, lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. We have the national anthem, which is a very spiritual thing, which is asking God to protect our country, protect our leaders. We have the national pledge. So we have all of these things, and when you examine all of them, what you'll realize is that there's a deep-seated root in brotherhood, in love, in respect for other people, in justice, and in spirituality, where we put God at the center. The second thing that it's useful for you to understand about Jamaica and Jamaicans and Jamaican women is our level of spirituality. Jamaicans are very religious. Most of the population is Christian, and we go to church, we pray, we read the Bible, we believe in God, and of course we still pray in schools. Thirdly, another thing that is good for you to understand about us is our socialization. Jamaican women are basically socialized from early. Learn to cook, wash our clothes, clean the house, clean our surroundings, make the bed. That's part of our culture. Okay, we watch how older sisters or aunties or mom, how they prepare certain foods, and we just learn and we try things from early. So most Jamaican women who have been socialized in that way know how to do these things, how to separate white clothes from the colors and just basic things like that. So a Jamaican woman who moves overseas, and look, I want to put out a disclaimer, because for the most part, I'm talking about a woman who is raised middle class to upper class, woman who is educated, who has gone to school and who has learned, okay? If you meet a Caribbean or Jamaican person overseas and what I'm sharing with you is totally different from what you've seen, it could be the way the person was raised. But I'm telling you from the standards of how we're raised, from a middle to upper class expectation in the home. Some other background things that you may want to consider about Jamaica is that we're very patriotic. Jamaicans, Caribbean people in general also tend to be very proud of their country, and I think that's coming from Africa as well. Everywhere you go, you'll see in our homes and so on, we take the flags with us, and we're just like that. Patriotic people. And we're proud of our heritage. We're proud of people who have gone ahead of us, who have performed in the area of entertainment, for instance, Bob Marley and other reggae artists. We're proud of our sports people who the world knows: Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, Sharika Jackson, Elaine Thompson-Herah, Merlene Ottey Page, all of these people who have done excellent in some areas, in this particular case in the area of sports. In addition to this, I want you to know that there have been many instances where a Jamaican woman would win the beauty pageant, the world international beauty pageant, where they become Miss World. We have had several cases like that. And even when they did not get the top prize, they were in the top 3 or the top 5 of the selectee. Okay, I know India is one of the countries that tend to have many of the Miss World winners, but Jamaica is also one of them. So That's just some foundational thing there. In terms of certain standards of beauty, Jamaicans are considered to be up there. And it's, when I say beauty, I'm not necessarily talking just about how a person looks physically, but we're talking about their personality, how they deal with people, their honesty, their respect for others. It's viewed to be beautiful. The people who win the Miss World contest, it's not just about their physical beauty alone. It's also their personality, how they relate, their congeniality, how they relate to the other team member. Well, if I call it team, but the other competitors. And Jamaicans just have a beautiful spirit. And I'm not just saying this because I'm Jamaican. I'm telling you from my genuine view and from what I've heard also from other cultures. Okay, so now that I've given you that basic background about where she's coming from, her foundation, let's get into some more nitty-gritty. So when you meet a Jamaican overseas, she has all of these things behind her, right? In her head, in her mind. She had to go to school, she had to work hard. It's an expectation that all of us, we go to school, we work hard, and it's just a part of us. So you meet a Jamaican woman overseas and you're thinking, wow, this lady seems so beautiful, there's something different about her, you're attracted to her. What are the things that she's looking for? Number one is security. And I would say this, that the woman's need for security is not just a Jamaican or a Caribbean thing. That is the primary need of women. A woman needs and wants to feel safe with her suitor. So let's remove all this thing, the insecurities people may have to say, oh, well, I'm in another culture, maybe I won't be accepted. You know, I'm from India or I'm from Germany, and I'm attracted to this lady from the Caribbean or from Jamaica, maybe she won't accept me. No, let's put that aside, because like I said, in terms of Jamaicans, for the most part, if you understand these background things I've told you about her in the first place and you know how to make your move, the next thing that she's looking for is security. She wants to feel safe with you. She wants to feel that she can trust you, that you'll be honest with her. And even in terms of we live in an age now which is everything is, a lot of things we communicate by social media. So your social media behavior also comes into focus. And trust me, she's gonna observe, because nobody wants to get into something that they feel like they're gonna come upon some major surprise. You know, I've had situations, people I've coached, people I know who have found themselves in situations where they trusted someone from another culture and the person lied to them, told them they were single, they had no one else, and at the end of the day, the person was married, had children, and still having children outside while trying to marry or have a serious relationship with her. So many Jamaicans don't want to fall in that trap because, hey, listen, we're given a limited time on earth anyway. Life is short. So you don't want to live your life on edge and waste time, waste 5 years, 7 years, 10 years with someone who's not serious. So her radar will be on and she'll be observing your social media behavior, especially if you guys don't get a lot of time together and she didn't know you for years. How else can she kind of understand you except to see how you behave on social media? So she wants to know she can trust you, that you'll be loyal to her, that you're not making her compete with other women for your attention. And yes, women want attention, and that is number 2. Women want attention and communication from her mate. And this is not just about a Jamaican woman now. I believe I'm speaking for pretty much all women, okay? You will win with her if you know how to communicate with her. In Jamaica, we speak English is our first language. So you speak English, you can communicate with her. You speak another language and you meet a Jamaican, it's good for both of you to learn some of each other's language. And you'll know if the woman loves you or is interested in you, if she's interested in your language, learning some of the words, and in your culture, your food and so forth, and you guys can get along in terms of communicating, working out conflict and differences. This is very important. Thirdly, based on what I told you about Jamaicans and spirituality, she wants to know that she can rely on you to lead her spiritually. Someone who is gonna pray, someone who is serious about God. For the most part, most Jamaicans want that. And you know, some people, I've heard it said recently that women don't want men to lead them. I don't agree with that. Predominantly, the woman wants you, the man, to lead her. However, she's not gonna be comfortable having you lead her if she can't trust you. So then we come right back to the issue of trust, loyalty, sincerity, honesty. She wants to be sure that she can trust you. And when she knows that she can trust you, she'll be more than willing to allow you to lead. Her country of origin is of no significance to her really if she's sure that she can trust you. If she's sure that you are learning and making the effort to understand her. If she's sure that she can go to sleep and know that you're faithful, you're honest, you're loyal. And that is the case not just with Jamaican women, but with all women, with the Caribbean women as well. When you meet someone from a different culture overseas and you are interested in that person, you need to understand something, that that woman has other options if she chooses. So now she becomes more marketable because she's from country X, she's from Jamaica, but then she has exposed herself to people from other cultures. If you mess up or you play the fool, as they call it, you can lose her. But what does she have to lose, sir? I'm just saying. All right, she's marketable and has options. So just want to put that out there so that you understand this. Never feel that, well, this woman has to stick with me because there's nothing else out there for her. Of course, she has other options because she has her own country people, plus she's open to meeting people from other cultures. Now that she's living in your country, or now that you and other people like yourself have moved to her country. So consider that, gentlemen. And so in closing, I'd say just be honest with her, be open, and I wish you all the best. All right, well, let me thank you so very much for staying with me to the end of this video. Please go ahead and feel free to make your comments on anything on this topic, anything you feel, or any questions pertaining to the whole issue of cross-cultural relationships. And as I said, in particular today, we're talking about a Jamaican woman, some basics for you to understand about her and some things about her that might be different from the women to whom you are accustomed. She's coming from certain basic background settings in terms of her country's motto, the country's national pledge, her spirituality, her socialization, the performance of her country in terms of excellence, and that Jamaican pride. She's also a woman who's looking at the basic things that women want: security, communication, attention, and understanding, even though you're from a different culture. If you both are willing to fuse the cultures and merge and talk and enjoy your life, and you are willing to lead her spiritually and otherwise, you have no problem. Today, March 6th, is Ghana's Independence Day. My loved ones there in Ghana, a happy Independence Day. Afisha pa, afisha pa, happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day, Ghana. Afisha pa, afisha pa, afisha pa. Happy Independence Day. Enjoy. All right, well, thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this video. This is AngieMarie, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.